In today's video, I want to show you how to compete with your competitors. Hey everybody, Ryan Gromfin here, author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, and the founder of therestaurantboss.com, as well as restaurantprofitandperformance.com. And today, I want to show you how to compete with your competitors. There's actually 3 ways that I teach my clients to compete with their competitors in their restaurant. The first way that we compete is through distinction. Now, distinction is probably the most important thing that you can have in your restaurant if you want an ultimately successful restaurant. Without distinction, you're just a commodity. You're thought of the same as anything else. And a lot of times, like gasoline or groceries that we buy, it really doesn't matter where we buy it. If you need groceries, you go to the grocery store and you get what's on their shelves. You know, a potato's a potato, an onion is an onion. For the most part, gasoline is gasoline. So you just kind of buy what's convenient. Maybe you compete on price. Maybe there's a grocery store that you go to or a gasoline station you go to because it's cheaper. It's because they don't have distinction. So let's look at gasoline again. A lot of the gas stations or the refinery companies try to put different ingredients and additives, and they tell you how their gasoline is different than their competitors. And that's an effort to create distinction, to create some brand awareness. So you buy their gasoline instead of the other brands, and they're trying to uncommoditize themselves. So when it comes to your restaurant, what's distinct in your restaurant? Why would someone eat at your restaurant instead of your competitors? If it's just price, you're gonna have a big problem. You may get people into your restaurant by running coupons and lowering your prices and doing all kinds of specials, but you're never gonna make the money that you need to have the joy and the freedom in your life that you deserve. So you have to find something deeper to compete with. It's gotta be the quality of your ingredients, the style in which you serve it. It could be particular menu items that you have that nobody else has on their menus. So I encourage you, if you're struggling to compete with your competitors, to look at what are you doing different in your food, in your service, in your presentation, in your restaurant, and does the community know that you do that different? That's the first way. The second way is through service. Again, we kind of go back to that distinction thing. When it comes to service, this is an area of distinction. How is your service better or different? Not necessarily better, it could be better, but it could also be different than your competitors. Let's look at like the big discount shopping stores like Costco. They use service as one of their points of distinction. I should say their lack of service. It's not that they have bad service, they're just a warehouse discounter. They don't offer a lot of service, so they're able to drive their prices down. That's one way that they compete. Some restaurants like Chipotle and other QSRs use service as a distinction model. They're able to give better quality food at the same or lower prices because of a lack of service. But the service that you get is still great service. So again, think about service as part of your model, not just in getting rid of it or adding more, but what do you do that's different? Do you treat your customers differently than your competitors? Do you treat them better? Do you offer something that others don't? Do you know your customers' names? Do you know what food they like? Do you know what drinks they like to order? What can you do with service in your restaurant that makes you different? Not better, not worse, just different than your competitors, so people will think of your restaurant instead of going to theirs. Then the third way to compete with your competitors is through community. How involved in your community are you? How involved is your restaurant in the community? Does the community think of your restaurant as a staple, or are you just another place to get food? Are you involved in community service, AYSO, soccer, baseball, all of the events going on? Do you support local charities? Do you support local churches? Is your restaurant always on the banners and in the newspaper for doing something great in the community, or are you just there to take money from your customers? This is another way that we compete. We love to support, as a consumer, we love to support people who are supporting us. So get your restaurant out in the community, partner with charities, partner with schools, partner with anyone who needs something that you can offer in the community. And it's a way to almost enrichen, to lift up your brand, so that if it was a matter of, do I go to this restaurant or this restaurant, assuming food, prices, service, everything else was exactly the same, just the fact that they like you, they know you, they trust you because they see you all around town, could be a reason that they eat at your restaurant instead of the other one. So again, to recap here, in order to compete with your competitors, we need to focus on distinction, service, and community. Hey everybody, Ryan here. I really hope you enjoyed that video. Would you mind doing me 3 really quick favors? First, would you like this video? Wherever you're watching it, there'll be a button for you to go ahead and click and like the video and then leave a comment somewhere so I could answer your questions. 2, would you go ahead and subscribe to this channel? That way I can continually deliver you the newest updates every time I release a video. And then 3, I'd like to give you something. If you're the kind of person who really wants to get ahead in life faster, I have a 90-day planner here that I'd like to give you. I use this planner every day in my business, and actually I think this is one of the reasons why I'm able to get as much done as quickly and as efficiently as I'm able to. See, every year when I sit down to plan out my year, I sit down and I do 4 of these 90-day planners because I believe that we can't get as much done in a month as we think we can, but we can get a lot more done in 3 months than we think we can. And so I've developed a system, I call it my 90-day planner system, where you can achieve just about any goal you want in 90 days if you follow this. And I'd like to give it to you completely free. Like I say, this is on my desk every single day and I use it in my business and I teach my clients how to use it. And I'd like for you to have it for free. All you have to do is head over to therestaurantboss.com/goal, Goal. Again, that's therestaurantboss.com/goal. And then just give me your first name and email address and I'll send this right over to you, all 4 pages. Until the next time I see you, go out every day and improve the lives of your customers, your employees, your vendors, and of course, your family.